Hey there, Ted here from Big Goofy Runner, and I've got a problem. Not necessarily a bad problem to have, but a problem I need to fix. And that is my metal and running wall. It's full. And I still need to put all my 2019 Dopey Challenge stuff up. There just really isn't room for it here. So, I'll give you a bit of a rundown of what's here and why it's not necessarily a mess, but it's just piled up here. So over here is a foam Disney shield. I did a half marathon with my wife as part of the Goofy Challenge she did, and I just kind of did a little bit of a dress up and had the shield and sword and cape on the half marathon. But since I brought it back, I decided what I was going to do with it as I would put the pins for each of the Run Disney races that I had done on this shield. It looks pretty full. I've got it broken down to, goofies and fulls on the top, and we got our dopey challenges and things like that. It's all, fairly full. And I still got to get this year's medals on, pins on there. So I'm going to take that down to figure out how that's all going to fit. On the metal rack, this is something my wife gave me quite a while back, before Dopey Challenge was even a thing. But there's a couple, just a metal holder, couple spots marked for half marathons, couple spots marked for fulls, couple spots marked for goofies. And since then, we've had some dopies, so I've had to just kind of tack on a nail there. And I've done some ultras, and these are the special cool wood-burnt wood medals that I got for the ultras I've done. So I don't really have a great place for those either. And of course, then all around that, I've got a bunch of my finisher certificates and things like that with all my times. But looking at it, I don't have a place to put the 2019 finisher certificate once I print it out. So I had to figure out what I'm going to do here. So my thought right now is this is a bit of a tight wall here in my computer room. I'm going to use or repurpose this wall in the computer room. A bit more room. Not a huge amount more room. I might have to use both walls, unfortunately, but we'll see how that goes. But the idea is I will move some of these cool spray paint pictures we got in Mexico on our honeymoon to another location where they're more out and more public so we can see them more frequently anyway, and move some of all of my running metal stuff there. But I still need to find a way to hang all the stuff. So I've seen a variety of different ways to do this. One of the ones that most intrigued me was actually just using a curtain rod. But just a regular curtain rod didn't seem quite right. So what I found at IKEA was this Dignitet, I think. Anyway, it's a stainless steel wire, or a wire, that is used as a curtain rod. You got two little hangers there. It can go, I think it's 5 meters of wire there, which is way longer than the wall. And I've got a support here that I'm going to put in the middle. So the idea is I'm going to put it up here and run it across, and that'll be how I hang my medals. So some bunch of these cool medals, ones that are hiding in behind here and stuff like that, like the old Goofy spinner from 2015 and things like that, they'll be out much more visible. So some of these cool older medals will have a chance to shine a little bit more. And then that'll be cool. So what I might do though is I might still keep this here and just put my most recent ones on that. Usually what I've done for halves and fulls is this is my first, on the left hand side is my most recent half marathon that's not Disney, and then my most recent Disney half. Non-Disney full, Disney full. Goofy, well, both Goofies. I might maybe put a Goofy and Dopey there, that kind of thing, to kind of reduce the amount of space we got going on. And yeah, so I've also got to find a place to put the finishers Mickey ears from the 2018 marathon and the new one we got for the 2019 marathon. So I've got to find a spot for those. Well, I'm here. Here's a cool little bit of piece of Disney Run Disney memorabilia. The 2010 half and full, each racer got a disposable camera. How times have changed. Everyone runs with a phone now that's capable of taking phenomenal pictures, and back in 2010 they were giving out disposable cameras, so it's pretty awesome. So yeah, just a quick glance at my system here. So so I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do that, do some cleanup, and then I will come back and kind of show you the end results. So that's them hung, all except for this year. So we got 6 more middles to go. It's a little lopsided. On the left-hand side, between that spacer and that end, is all the races I've done outside of Disney World. And that's all the races and challenges I've done at Disney World. I'm going to need to find a way to even that out. Okay, I think I'm going to call that done for now. So I've cleaned up, you saw in the last image, the last video, how much that was all stacked. So what I've done now, instead of having all of them stacked here, I've moved them. I'll show you that in a sec. But this is the last set of the Dopey challenges I've done. So that's my current set of running medals. The last race I did, that's there. I also had a whole whack of bibs over here just on a few nails, just kind of stacked. So what I've done to clean it up, I've taken them all away, and I'm going to find something cool to do with all those. But I've got the last race bib I used. I'll keep that up here. My pieces of magic and stuff I run with, I got blog posts and stuff like that on that. Maybe I'll link to that in the description down below. I have added all the most recent race pins to my shield here. On here is a pin for every one of the Disney races I have run. So that's getting pretty loaded up. We've got a bunch of the half marathons, the Goofies, and Dopey challenges, 5Ks, 10Ks, and the marathons on this side. What do we got up here? Basically a bunch of my finishing certificates. So yeah, my half marathon PR one up the top. Picture of me from my first full back when I was young and looking pretty powerful actually. And then here is my full marathon PR finishing certificate, and then a bunch of the Goofy and Dopey finisher certificates here along here. Up here I've got a couple of my wood medals from my ultras. 50K there, 24 hour, I think it was 53 miles or something I did there because I got injured and just was not ready. My first 12-hour ultra, I just shy of 50 miles on that one. Had some issues that I didn't run the last 6 hours of that and still just about hit 50 miles. And then probably the one I am most proud of, race 50 miles in 12 hours, just over 50 miles in 12 hours. So very happy about that one. My desk here, you can kind of see one of my just hanging off the X-Wing here with some Dopey and some Goofy memorabilia. Straighten them out. Stay. I've got a Christmas ornament hanging off of there. And here is the medal hanger. All the way across there, that is 8-foot wall, I believe. So starting from the left, will be basically my half marathons leading into my full marathons that I have done. A couple of the Cigna Blogger event medals are in there. Pro Bowl 5K. And then I'll skip over, and then so all those ones there were done, races not done at Disney World, essentially. Those were all local races or near local races for halves and fulls and that kind of stuff. And then over here, we've got Disney races. So 5Ks, half marathons, and the Dopey medals. And then here in the middle, I am a big Goofy runner, and I do prefer the Goofy Challenge. And this was kind of what got me into the blogging and Twitter and YouTube and all that kind of stuff was the Goofy Challenge. So, place of pride, right here in the middle, my Goofy Challenge medals. First one, 2010, the 5th year anniversary. 10th year anniversary is pretty cool. This one I love. I love this one. It's my favorite of the Goofy medals. And yeah, presumably I'll be doing 2020 for the Goofy Challenge anniversary there. And yeah, after that I'm going to run out of wall space and we'll just have to see what happens then. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.